Adult film star Stormy Daniels, real name Stephanie Clifford, has broken her silence since it was announced that former President Donald Trump will be indicted. The adult star was interviewed by The Times of London, and CNN played a clip of the interview in which Daniels said she is in fear for her life, Mediaite reported. And for the first time since Trump's indictment, we are also now hearing from the woman at the center of it all, Stormy Daniels, who was the recipient of the hush money payout, at the center of this case. The adult film star says that the threats against her are only intensifying tonight, CNN anchor Caitlin Collins said before playing the clip. This time it's straight up violent. You know, like the first time it was like, gold digger, slut, whore, you know, liar, whatever. And this time it's like, I'm going to murder you, Daniels said in the interview. Are you frightened? The interviewer asked. For the first time ever, yes, the adult star responded. In the wake of Trump's indictment, Stormy Daniels, tonight, is talking about the growing threats to her own personal safety. Collins went on to say before playing more of the interview. The first time around, I probably got a straight up, like death threat, you know, 1 in 100. It's like 1 in 10. And it's especially scary because Trump himself is inciting violence and encouraging it and getting away with it, she said. And I'm not afraid of him or the government. But it just takes one crazy supporter who thinks they're doing, God's work or, protecting democracy, And I'm just looking at a couple of things that have come through in the last 2 hours and they're way more violent and graphic, the adult star said. I want to bring in John Miller, CNN's chief law enforcement and intelligence analyst, who is also the former NYPD Deputy Commissioner of Intelligence and Counterterrorism, Collins said. You hear from Stormy Daniels there, saying the threats are worse to her this time. They're actually death threats. They're not just criticisms or insults. Before we go, tonight Stormy Daniels is now speaking out about whether or not it was worth ever sharing her story. She said before playing another clip. I get these moments where I get emotional and I'm like, I wish I'd never done this. This was so stupid. What the F*** was I thinking? But I'd still do the same thing because it was the right thing to do. If I could go far enough back to where I didn't go to the hotel room that night, I stand by that. I wouldn't have done it. But if I go back only so far as coming forward, I would do the same thing again, the adult star said. She says she would do it again. Daniels has also said she is ready to face Trump in court if it ever comes to that. Of course, we shall see, the anchor said. Prior to the indictment being leaked, the attorney for Daniels said that his client would not necessarily be pleased if Trump was indicted. He made the comment when he spoke to CNN host Anderson Cooper on Thursday about the case that Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg has before a grand jury, Mediaite reported. As you know, the former president denies any wrongdoing. He says this was an extortion plot. Some of his political allies have downplayed it as a mere personal transaction, the host said. Is there any doubt, in your view, that the payment was designed to help protect his campaign? He said. Well, I think that reasonable people, knowing the facts and the timing, would reach that conclusion. I see no reason to believe otherwise, Attorney Clark Brewster said. What does Ms. Daniels want to see happen here? Would she be pleased if the former president was indeed indicted? The host said. Well, I don't know about please, the attorney said. I will tell you that, in my interactions with her, I have represented her now since March of 2019, she's always been very straightforward and truth-telling. And I think, more than anything, she desires that the truth be told and found by audio gap, and the denials and the accusations of dishonesty cease. So, I think she's more interested in the resolution of this being determined upon the truth, rather than anything else, he said.